Hi, my name is Ben Ludlow. I'm an APA registered acupuncturist practicing out of my clinic at Tarragindi, Queensland. I've been asked today to just give my opinion on a training tool, a baby training tool, a baby mannequin. You might ask why we're asking an acupuncturist about this. Well, believe it or not, parents do bring their infants in to see us, particularly for hip dysplasia and various other musculoskeletal conditions. So let's have a look at StandInBaby. StandInBaby's over here on your left. And at first glance you can see it has, let's pick him up. At first glance you can see he has fully movable joints, as you'd expect in a real baby. And just holding the baby, I can see that and feel that they do move largely similarly to a real life child. Now it's a little more placid than a real life child, having no muscle tenacity of its own, but certainly the most realistic training mannequin I've ever held. And if we compare it to Stretch Armstrong over here, which has no joints, just entirely silicone, I'm already way ahead on StandInBaby. And keeping in that train of thought, this guy doesn't even compare to either of them. He's just the pillow with legs and arms. Now, why would this be beneficial to have? Well, I'm going to talk from my field of experience. Many acupuncturists, many of my peers won't handle babies purely because they're not confident in handling babies. Not because they're not confident in their skills, but just the picking up and the handling of the child themselves. Now, when I treat infants in my own practice, I like to get them on their side, similarly to how you would get a person into a recovery position. Then pick them up all on the side of your arm, head out, and I can hold the baby very comfortably like this, needling as I go. Now often the mother will hold the child like this for you, but sometimes she doesn't want to see needles inserted into her darling child. So even just having a tool to train acupuncturists, safe ways to pick up a child, would be very beneficial in the training of future acupuncturists. Now, keeping in mind that acupuncture is simply one treatment arm of Chinese medicine, we also do massage and various joint mobilization techniques. And again, with StandInBaby, we can see the knees bend like knees, we can move the pelvis, and we can do various joint mobilizations. The ankles rotate like ankles. And a very important part of that is a baby is a delicate being. Now, the slightest, if you get resistance, and it's magnified on the StandInBaby, because there is none of the muscular tension that you would have in a live infant. If there's any resistance, you know that the joint shouldn't move like that. You've got to reposition the joint to get it into positions that you would want the baby to be in to perform your trade. Now we compare that to some of the competitors to the StandInBaby, and I can move that baby however I want, you know. We don't want dislocated hips, broken wrists in infants. That's not what we do. And this guy, like, can I just stop talking about this guy? Like, look at him, like, what am I gonna do? It weighs about 600 grams, if that. It's not even gonna teach me how to change a nappy. And, you know, we don't want expectations that babies smile like this indefinitely. I'm just going to put him over here. Stretch Armstrong, he's got a good weight to him, I'll give him that. And he does encourage head support. So there are benefits to this baby, but nothing that isn't done by StandInBaby and done better. And I mean, the biggest thing is he's got no joints. In terms of joint mobilizations, in terms of techniques, in terms of training aids for health professionals, this guy just doesn't cut it. He's no good. Last thought is just looking at them. Stretch Armstrong's pretty sticky. I'd say he's getting old. And I feel like StandInBaby, if you are going to spend the money on buying a training aid, buy the best one and buy one that's going to stay clean. It's hard surfaces. You could sterilize this after every training session, and I imagine would last for years, years and years. All right, I'm Ben Ludlow, registered acupuncturist, and that's my opinion on the StandInBaby.